Hey, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com, and in this video we are going to have a look at ActiveCampaign. So ActiveCampaign is an email marketing tool, and now it can also be considered as a marketing automation tool. And ActiveCampaign is one of the best tools out there compared to the amount of features that they give and also the pricing that they have. So I'm going to give you an overview of how ActiveCampaign works and how I am using ActiveCampaign for my own business. So first, let's look at the pricing. So the pricing is basically based on the number of subscribers that you have. So you can start with the light plan and up to, let's say, 100,000 contacts, you have unlimited sending. So above 100,000 contacts, you have to pay depending on how much emails that you are sending. And you get email marketing, newsletters, marketing automation, and all this. So I am right now in the light plan, and this is for yearly. If you go monthly, then you will see what is the price. So I am on the light plan with 250,000 subscribers, where I am paying around $600 a month. So then you have Plus Professional Enterprise, where it also integrates customer relationship management tool, lead scoring, and predictive sending, and all that extra features. So I will go inside my ActiveCampaign interface and see you what's happening here. So this is the contacts tab, and you can see I have 238,000 contacts. And what happens is that unlike ConvertKit, the unsubscribers that you have also are going to be part of this entire contact base, and you have to keep deleting the unsubscribers once in a while to make sure that your pricing is not affected, because when you are sending email campaigns, you are not sending it to unsubscribers anyway. So here you can see each and every contact has a tag. So if I open a particular contact, this is how I can look at what this particular person is doing. And I can see he has joined different campaigns, and different campaigns has been sent, different emails has been sent. So you can see he has completed an automation, which is the bonding series, which is one of the automations that I have. So this is how you can go ahead and see deeply how a specific person has gone through your entire sequence. So here you can see this particular person has gone through all these emails, and you can see the kind of goals he has achieved and everything. So if I go back, each and every contact has a unique path, and these are the different fields that I can add for each and every contact, and each and every contact has different tags. So these tags can be added through Zapier or through API directly, and these are the emails that this person has received, and he has received the different lessons and everything. So now if I go back to contacts, you can see for each and every contact it's unique. So if I take, let's say, this person Alok, so these are the different campaigns that has been sent and different campaigns he has opened. So each and every activity that this person has done since the beginning, I can look at it here, and these are the emails that has been sent to him. So this is pretty basic, and then you have campaigns. So inside campaigns is where you send out newsletters to the entire list, and you can see let's say this particular campaign, Digital Masters Conference is back. So this email was sent recently to the entire list, and I can go and check the statistics of the campaign. So here I can see 10.63% of the people have opened it, and 554 people have clicked on it, and this is the trend date wise. So I can also see an hourly open trend to see at which time of the day the maximum opens are coming. Also note that sometimes this time is again going to be based on international time, not always Indian time. So make sure that the timing matches properly. So for each and every campaign, I have recent options. So I can go ahead and send it to contacts who have not read or opened this campaign, and or I can send it to new contacts since the campaign was originally sent, or I can create a new campaign based on this campaign. So if I create a new campaign based on this campaign, it basically duplicates it and creates a new version of the campaign which I can edit and send. So here you can see the message which was sent in this campaign. So this is the message or the email that I have sent. You can see the opens or rates, the total number of people who have opened, which is 37,000. 24,000 unique opens, 205 have not opened, and 1.55 average recipients per open or read. So sometimes what happens, people close the email, open it again, there are 2 impressions. So here you can see number of times. So there are certain people who have opened the mail 2 times as well, or refresh the page. So if I go ahead and click on clicks, I can see the clicks that I have received. So 544 unique link clicks and 808 total clicks. And then there are social sharing icons as well on my email. So people sometimes click on that as well. I can go ahead and check Geo. So Geo is basically looking at where the opens have come from. You can see 47% opens came from India. Some 25% opens have come from US, and then we have Singapore, Ireland, Nigeria, and all these places. So if I go into social, I have not enabled social sharing for my campaign, so you do not see anything here. If I go into unsubscribes, then I can see how many people unsubscribed because of this particular email campaign, and I can go ahead and check what is the reason that people have provided. So no reason provided, many people have given no reason provided, and sometimes people will be like, I have not given permission to the email. So people do subscribe to my newsletter, but when you are sending email for a list which is this big, sometimes you do get unsubscribes where people say they have not given permission. You can also see the email clients. So here we can see Gmail is most of the people have opened via Gmail, and rest you have iPhone, Android, and a few other things, but Gmail dominates. So what we have seen so far is the report for that particular campaign. I can go ahead and also look at contact trends, which is global, not campaign specific. And here I can see what is the amount of new subscribers I'm adding every day. So here I can see active contacts, new contacts. So this is a number of new contacts I'm adding every day. I'm getting around 500 new contacts per day being added to my list. And I can see top contacts as well, who are the top people who are interacting with my campaign. So this is based on the Gravatar, and here you can see this person, this person. These are the most active people on my email list. In fact, I can take a screenshot of it, put it on my group, and see if people can recognize themselves, and that is something people have always liked. So in fact, I will do that right now. I will just take a screenshot of all the top contacts that I have. So this is all lists, and then you have list specific things as well. So if I go ahead and check free DM, which is the free digital marketing course that I have, then you can see these are the people who are the top contacts that I have. I can also go ahead and filter it based on tags. So let's say based on if I want to filter based on the people who have subscribed for my 100-day blogging course, then these are the top contacts. You can also look at open or read trends. So this is how the open or read trends are. And if I look at opens by weekday, then I can see Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday are the highest open rates. And in fact, Saturday is more than anything else. In fact, I should go ahead and put all tags here. So if I look at all tags, you can see that the open rate has changed. So Tuesday is the best performing day. So then we have it followed by Wednesday, and then it falls off. So the reason for this is I would predict that as soon as people come to office on Monday, they have too many emails to check. So the open rate is a little bit less there. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, people's inbox are a little bit clear. And as the weekend approaches, people are not checking emails that much. and you can also see the open rates are the highest at 12 p.m. and then it keeps going down. So the best open rates that I have received is usually when I send it at 11:30 p.m. so that it reaches people's inbox by 12 p.m. So then I can also check out email client trends to see which email client is responding how. So this is something we have already seen. Gmail has the highest, and you have tag trends and nearby contacts as well. So I can also go ahead and check my contacts based on, let's say, 20 kilometers from Bangalore. So these are the people who are nearby, and let's say I put it as 35 kilometers and click on submit. So they keep tagging the geolocation, right? So these are the people who are near me, and if I'm doing a meetup or if I'm having an event which is localized, then I can just go ahead and email all these people, and then I would be having a very targeted email list based on geography and location. So I don't need to ask them which city they are from and where they are from and try to filter them using the addresses. So this can be a very good tool for that. And there is also an option to add conversations, which is website conversations. And here you can see we don't have anything in the conversations reports because we have not added that feature yet. So this is what you see if you go inside campaigns and then into reports. So we have covered campaigns and reports. I will also quickly show you how to go ahead and create a new campaign. So if I click on campaign, I have to create a campaign. Click this and give a campaign name. So I will just give test campaign name and click on next. And I can select the list here. So I can select all the lists if I want. Click on next again. And here there are different templates. So I have customized a template myself. So I will click on use this template. And then I have to give test subject line. And click on continue. So then we will have the layout or the designer. So this is where I enter the main email content, and once I do the main email content, let's say main email content, click on next, and here I can add a pre-header text. So if you see Gmail has an option where there is a snippet of text from the body which appears on the subject line area itself. It will show me to how many contacts this is being sent, and then I can send a test email to myself, and if everything looks good, I can send the campaign to everyone. So these are campaigns, but again the most important thing to look inside ActiveCampaign is the automations. So here is the automation. So if I click on automations, so ActiveCampaign has a lot of features and it has the ability to create some pretty complex automations. So I will show you one campaign which is free digital marketing course that I'm giving away, and I have kind of created a complex automation here just to see the capabilities of ActiveCampaign. So here you can see so this looks pretty complex. It's not that complex though. So basically what I have done is went ahead and created a campaign where anyone who subscribes for my free digital marketing course goes ahead, gets added a tag, and they get an email. 6 hours later they get another email. And what I'm basically doing here is that putting a goal for each and every lesson completion, and if they don't complete that goal, I'm going to keep sending reminders until they complete that goal. So this is what I've done, and that's why this automation looks so complex, but the basic goal is that they have to go lesson by lesson, and if they don't complete a specific lesson, they cannot progress to another lesson. So this is an example of a very complex automation that you can build with ActiveCampaign. However, if you want to look at a simple campaign, so this bonding series is a little bit of a simple campaign that I have created. So basically it has a gap, and every 36 hours I am sending one email and it keeps going. So here the best part about it is that I can go back to contacts and I can see the path of each and every contact. So let's say people who completed lesson 2 in my free digital marketing course, so they would be tagged with free DM underscore lesson 2. So let me search for it. So you can see this is free DM lesson 2. So these are the people who have completed the second lesson in my free digital marketing course, and they would have gone through the automation that I just mentioned. So I would go ahead and look at the exact campaign that they have been on, automation campaign. So here you can see they have completed this particular campaign, and let's see this person Sapna Sharma, how she progressed through this particular campaign. So you can see she got the mail, she completed lesson 1, and then she waited for some time and lesson 2 was not completed, and I kept reminding her to complete lesson 2. And since she has not completed lesson 2, I take her to lesson 2 anyway. So their path looks pretty complex, because I have made the automation pretty complex. So eventually they have completed the entire automation, but they had to go through some loops and hoops before they could get there. So if I go back and check another person, then I can look at that person's specific journey inside the automation as well. So creating automations is pretty easy. You just have to go into automations, click on create an automation, and here you can click on start from scratch and click on continue. So here you will be able to see you can add a trigger. So let's say a person subscribes to the list and then the automation starts, and I click on start, and then I want to send an email. I click on send an email. I have to create an email before I send it, and this is the visual automation creator, and I can go ahead and start creating the automation right here. So conversations, which is something I have not activated on my site yet, and again this needs the higher plan, which I am not in yet. So this is something I will update later on this particular thing. Then you have the lists. So whenever someone subscribes to one of the lists, that's how it gets added into Active Campaign. And then you can create forms as well, which is something I have not used. I basically use Typeform to go ahead and create whatever forms I want. And then you have the settings tab. So here you can go ahead and create a custom domain if you want. You can have conversations, you can do integrations. So all the security related and account related stuff is going to be there. You can also set up two-factor authentication if you want a secure login into your Active Campaign account. Then you have the billing tab. So billing is something we have already discussed. We have discussed the pricing. So right now I am at the 250,000 subscribers per month plan, and I am paying $616 a month, which is not too much because other email marketing tools charge a lot more if it is 250,000 subscribers. In fact, I will show you ConvertKit. So ConvertKit is another email marketing tool that we will be reviewing. But if you look at ConvertKit, then the pricing is pretty high for 250,000 subscribers. So if I do 250,000 here and click on calculate, you can see it's 1,579 per month, which is almost 3 times as much as Active Campaign itself. And then you pay via credit card. You can see I have added my credit card here, and that's about it. Back to contacts. So this is a short overview of the Active Campaign tool, and I will also be creating a separate course called Active Campaign Mastery, and I will let you know once that is released. So if you are really interested in mastering Active Campaign, then you should check it out, and that course will also have the advanced plans and how they work, and I will be showing everything there. So that's about it for this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.